Good morning, GRTW Academy first graders. Today, you are going to be architects. An architect is a person who designs a building. They design bridges, they design all sorts of things. But you will take all of your art talents and you're going to make a skyline. Especially in New York City, these buildings are called skyscrapers. And that's because at one time, people said they looked like they were scraping the skies. So that's how skyscrapers got their names. I'm going to show you how to get started. You will make 3 or 4 buildings, a bridge, and some water. Okay, I'm going to start by using a Sharpie pen and a ruler. You will start by using a pencil. If you have a ruler, it's always a good idea to use it. Here we go. I'm starting from the left-hand side. Back up a little. Okay, I'm going to draw some lines. The line has to be straight up and down or straight across. This line is vertical, this line is horizontal, and they really have to be straight. Otherwise, it's going to look as though the building will topple down. So I'm making my buildings. And there's my 4 buildings. Now what I need to show, and many of you have seen when you go to New York, there are several bridges, and you're going to design your own bridge going off to the side. It does not have to look like mine. You can make a bridge looking any way you want to. I'm also going to make sure that I add something in the water. Once you have this much done, you are going to add details, which I don't really have time to do on the video, so I did it before the video. And this is what I came up with, which I will put on here, on my little easel. Now, many of you have watercolors at home, and you are going to paint in your scene. But instead of making boring buildings in gray and black and white, you're going to make your buildings different colors. So let's start. I'll start with the one on the left, and I think I'm going to make this one red. So I have some watercolors. I'm going to go down through the buildings, go down through the windows that I made, add some water. Remember that watercolor is called watercolor because it loves the water. Loves, loves, loves it. And there goes my mug. Okay. And we're going underneath here. And you can start to figure out what colors you would like your own buildings. Have I seen a red building in New York? I don't recall. I haven't been to New York in quite some time. I'm sure there's a red building somewhere. You can change the style of your windows and your doors with each building. I'm working pretty fast. I'm going to ask you to work very slowly. Do your best work, whether I'm there with you or not with you. You should always be doing your best work. In order for you to get inside the lines, use the part of your hand that's only fingers. If you start using your whole arm, you will have a work where every single thing is out of the lines and you're not going to be happy. You will not be happy with that. Over here, I'm going to skip to doing the water. And it's pretty choppy sometimes in that water. And you can do a wet on wet, and I think you all know what that is. It's when you kind of wet the paper and then add the paint colors to it. And that's I'm doing that as I go along. I didn't wet the paper first, but I can certainly wet that as I'm going along. You can also add other colors in your water, make it a little fancier. You can add a little bit of green too. Sometimes there's some green in the water. And you can see how this is developing into a pretty nice painting. You can add a sky. It does not have to be blue. If you have a blue sky and blue water, you might not be able to see where one ends and the other one begins. I do want to show you one more building, and I'll do that one right over here next to the water, just so you see how it looks. And I dipped my brush into the orange paint, and you can see that just my fingers are moving really. And I'm hoping to get it inside the line because I want to do my very, very best work. If you wanted to add details in the sky, now I just made a dot over here by accident, that's okay. I'm leaving it there. If you make a little mistake, just leave it. It can be a very pretty mistake, and it could add lots of nice things to your project. I hope at this point you're getting the idea of what to do. This project will not just be one sitting. You can work on this all week. You can take one day, draw the background. One day, trace the background. The following day, start the watercolors. You don't have to finish, just like I didn't finish, and then you can add the sky. I would love to see pictures of these. If you get a chance, please email them to me. I'd even like to see you holding them. Make sure they're dry or they'll drip. I really enjoyed coming into your house and doing an art lesson with you. Have a great day, boys and girls. Bye-bye.